Well, good day to all of our awesome internet friends, family, and following. T. Lamont Silver Sr. here with a daily update, and this is for our BitClub Network following. You like that background back there? That's beautiful New Zealand, absolutely gorgeous. I just wouldn't want to be at the top because I don't like cold. So, but those of you that are skiers and like that kind of thing, I do like the water. All right, got a lot of things to cover. Let me just tell you what we're going to cover in this video, so make sure you watch it all. We've got a webinar tonight. We'll just hit lightly on that. We're going to talk about stage 1, 2, and 3 of BCN launch, so you certainly want to watch that. And then we're going to talk about the Facebook group that we have for our team and what that means for our team, okay? First off, real quickly, webinar tonight, Thursday night. Just go on and plan on Thursday nights for the foreseeable future, 9 p.m. Eastern being our live webinar night. You can obviously use that platform to invite guests. Yes, we've got a 24-hour day, 7-day a week, 365 presentation, which is at bcnwebinarreplay.com, bcnwebinarreplay.com. But we just see there's a lot of synergy when you have people come to a live setting, a live webinar, okay? So bcnwebinar.com. If you've already opted in to that list, there's no need for you to re-opt in again. You'll get your link that will be sent out to you by the webinar system. It's going to say Pro Marketing Mastermind. That's my brand. So if you see coming from GoToWebinar, Pro Marketing Mastermind, that is the webinar for tonight. All right, so you'll get your reminder, but you can get guests to bcnwebinar.com. Now they'll opt in, but we never send out any personal referral links to that particular list. The advantage of getting your guests to go to BCN Webinar is they'll get our broadcast messages where we're doing training updates, status updates with the company, so on and so forth. So even if they don't join you right now, unless they opt out of the list, in a non-intrusive way, you're leveraging us and how we communicate with our audience to potentially get them, joining you, even if they don't join right away. So get as many people as you can to bcnwebinar.com. All right, let's talk real quickly about the status of the launch. Now, these are my words, not the company's words. These are my words, not the company's words. Stage 1, all right, so stage 1 is what we've already seen. Stage 1 is complete from the standpoint that people are able to join. People are able to purchase the $99, cover the $99 admin, and then, they're going to be in the binary, obviously, when the binary launches, and they're able to purchase units, okay? And we're already seeing people now purchasing units. We even have several folks that are now founders, and so congratulations to those of you that are founders, okay? So that part is done, all right? That part is done. There's been just a few minor bugs. Most of the bugs that I'm aware of have been addressed. And if you are running across anything, support has been very responsive. Now, there might be a couple lingering issues that's taking a little bit longer, but support has been very, very responsive, all right? One thing I will say is there's something in there that talks about the Google Authenticator. That appears to be a support issue where we've seen some bugs. So anyone that has done the Google Authenticator, I won't say anyone, but I know of at least 3 people that have done that Authenticator, and that didn't work, and they got locked out of their account. Well, what they were able to do was to go to bitclubnetwork.com, click on Contact Us, send a detailed message, which is basically creates a support ticket, and they were able to get right back in. So I wouldn't have you deal with the Google Authenticator right now until we get some sense that that bug is squashed, okay? All right, so that part is done. Now, the next stage is going to come up in the next few days, probably the first part to the middle part of next week. And that's where the binary is going to go live and the referral commissions are going to go live. And I want to just make sure you understand why the binary and the commissions are not live yet, because obviously this time last week we were thinking that the binary and the commissions were going to be live when they turned the lights on. I, for one, am extremely happy that they held off, and here's why. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why they held off and why I'm happy that they held off, because I was hoping they were going to hold off, and I was campaigning as whatever leverage or that I may have for them to hold off on this piece. The binary, this is what we had happen. We had a lot of folks on our team, and I would imagine that our team is reflective of the company. We had a lot of people that showed interest in BitClub Network. They were coming to live webinars. They were asking questions, but they were late in starting to set up their payment processes. And because we're newer to Bitcoin, we just released, I think yesterday or the day before, a quicker way for people to get Bitcoins into their e-wallet. Well, you know what? Now we know that. We didn't know that before, okay? And so as a result, there were people who were just, late to the game. Maybe they were still doing their own study to determine whether or not this was something they wanted to pursue. Maybe life just got in the way or what have you. And so what we want to do is we want to have, coming out of the gate, we want to have, binary. Of course, I've been telling folks about how I was going to build my binary in terms of a power leg. But we had some folks that had every intent on being in the system, but something happened. For instance, one person that comes to mind, there was a holdup in the exchange from their bank account into their Bitcoin e-wallet. So they've been coming to all the live webinars. They had people lined up, ready to join with them, but there was this little holdup that, it was not BitClub Network's fault, but it was a holdup. Nonetheless, them getting the funds into their e-wallet and then being able to have the Bitcoins, okay? Well, if the system had gone live, then what would have happened, if the full system had gone live, what would have happened is that would have prevented them from being able to get referral links out to their folks. And they could have lost some recruits. Because when you go live with the system, especially if people know of several people that are going to be in that system, if I can't get my referral network, then what we see is that some people say, well, John, since you don't have a referral link for me, I'm going to go over here to Sally. All right. So I'm glad they held off so that it gave everyone a chance and it did not cause undue pressure. This should be exciting and shouldn't cause undue pressure. Now, with that being said, binary and commissions are going to go live at the same time. It looks like it's going to be the early part to the middle part of next week, okay? So people have had the extra few days to get their Bitcoin purchases done, to get their invoices paid, so on and so forth. So expect binaries and commission to go live first part to the middle part or so of next week. If there's any changes on that time frame, I will let you know. And I'm keeping very close tabs on all of that, okay? Also, real quickly, as it relates to founders, all right? The first day, they had a counter. And so you saw founders, there were 500 total positions, and then I think by the end of the first day, it was down to like 431 that were still available. The last time I looked, it was saying 500, and I asked the question, what happened to the counter? And the answer that I got is that the counter is going to reappear when there's only about 100 spots or so, okay? Last conversation, which was, I'm doing this recording at about 10:11 in the morning, about 10:11 Eastern time on Thursday morning, and my last conversation was 12 hours ago. All right, and there was still about 400 spots available. What's happening is people are positioning their funds. In some cases, let's say if you're using Coinbase, you can't move a full 3,500 at one time. I think they limit that to like 3,000. So some folks had to have a couple of transactions, okay? So if you are looking to be a founder, make sure that you are in process. Do not wait on that. Make sure that you are in process. So binary and then referral commission. So the beautiful part is what's happening is Those of you, if you go in your back office and you're building a referral network, look at your enrollment tree, all right, and look and see, pay attention to the ones that have made purchases. It shows you if someone has purchased in pool 1 or pool 2 or pool 3, the $500 pool, the $1,000 pool, the $2,000 pool, okay? So next week, commissions are going to go live, and then going forward, commissions will be live almost instantaneously, okay? All right. And then this third stage is going to be the daily payouts, all right? We're still going to be a couple of weeks from the daily payouts, and again, let's think this through. A lot of new people. Obviously, BitClub Network just launched. Let's call it what I'll call stage 1 or phase 1. People have now made purchases. People have made purchases in the pools. Obviously, there's going to be commissions paid out from those purchases to the tune 40% commissions are set aside for that. That's between the binary and the level up system. The other 60%, all right, can then go to purchase equipment. But they're purchasing new equipment, right? So you got to figure there's going to be a little time delay from the time that the new equipment is purchased to the time the new equipment has been received and installed, and then starts the mining process. All right, so that could be another couple weeks or so, give or take. We'll let you know if we hear any changes in that time frame. That will be what I will call stage 3. That's basically when the whole system is on all cylinders. Now, you'll probably see new stuff in the back office, from time to time and what have you. But the biggest part of, the bottom line being the bottom line, I'm earning money daily, and if I'm building a referral network, I'm getting paid commissions when someone makes a purchase, and then since they're earning daily and they're recapping at least a percentage daily, recapping a portion of what they earn daily, then I'm earning daily commission. So from that standpoint, those are what I'm calling my stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. We're at stage 1. People can join. People can get referral links. Stage 2 should happen next week. Stage 3, we're probably a couple of weeks or so away. If there's any change in that time frame, I will let you know, okay? All right, and then the last part, and thank you for taking the time to watch this training. The last part is we've just created a Facebook group for the team, and there's the address there. We're also putting this. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you should see that down there in the text portion. If you are getting this via an email, then you should see this also in the email, the link for you to join the group. Now, this is what we've done so far. All right, this is the first time I'm really administering a Facebook group. All right, so bear with me as I'm going through a little learning curve on administering the Facebook group. Okay, so bear with me on that. I've got a Facebook fan page, BitClub Network Pro, and some of you obviously have liked that fan page. And we've told people when they came on webinars, hey, go to the fan page to post questions. But the reality is I plan on using that fan page primarily for personal promotional reasons. In other words, I want to advertise to fans and to friends of those fans and do what's called dark posts ultimately with Facebook from that fan page. So that really isn't the most conducive for the team, given that I want to do some personal promotion with that Facebook group, and that doesn't really give you as teammates a place where you can collaborate, where you can exchange ideas, where you can motivate, train, things of that nature. So that's why we've set up the group. Now, originally we set it up as a private group. I want to test something. I've decided to make the group public, and what that means is that you can add, you can be added to the group. You can add your teammates to the group. Please don't spam people. Only add people to the group that are in BitClub Network. What we will be doing is we will be providing some training there. We'll be posting some videos there. We'll be posting some content. You can then take that content and post, let's say like if it was a picture with some verbiage or what have you, You can post that to your own Facebook wall so that it gets into some of the news feeds of some of your friends. And if you do that, I would also have you to put your referral link when you make those types of posts. And then we'll even be doing some training for those of you that want to leverage Facebook yourself, build your own fan page for promotional purposes to promote BitClub Network and really anything that you might be looking to promote. We haven't posted rules just yet. We'll be posting rules, but here's the bottom line. Here's the main rule, all right? Number one is for BitClub Network, all right? So no sharing of personal referral links. No going in there just trying to connect with people to try to recruit them into something else. If we hear that, I'm going to love you, but I promise you I'll kick you out, okay? I'll still love you, but I'll kick you out, all right? So no personal referral links. No negative, all right? Are challenges going to come up? Yes, but we're going to deal with challenges in a positive manner, in a professional manner, okay? If you're negative, I love you, but what am I going to do? I'm going to kick you out. Life is too short to have to deal with negativity. We deal with issues. We deal with challenges. We don't evade issues. We don't evade challenges, but there's a way to deal with them professionally, and there's a way to deal with them in a positive way. We're not going to have anybody coming into that room and poisoning other folks. If so, we'll kick you out. Life is too short for that. So just, none of that nonsense. If you know you've got teammates that tend to be negative, don't add them, okay? All right, because I'll love them, but what will I do? I'll kick them out, all right? It's designed to educate, train, motivate, inspire. So keep those things in mind. If you're making a post, is it educational? Is it training? Is it inspiring? Is it motivational? All right? No whine, crybaby stuff. I love that person, but I'll kick them out, okay? So think of that. Also, when you see a post, whether it's coming from admin, myself, or whether it's coming from someone else, it's a good post. Do me a favor. Like the post, all right? And maybe leave just a quick comment. Great post. If you want to leave something in more detail, then feel free to do that as well, okay? I want us to get into the habit of when we see good content that we always like that content and, even leave just a quick, sterling comment, okay? All right, so the Facebook group is up. It's for the team. You can add teammates. Only add people that are in your tree, meaning, maybe you've personally enrolled them or that they were enrolled in your tree by someone else, and maybe that their person is not a Facebook person. Feel free to add them, and we'll do this as a test and see if we can keep this group public without having to, have it a closed group, okay? With that being said, yep, that does it for today's updates, which, by the way, this video will also be added to the group. All right, with that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.